If you are a true horror fan, Bela Lugosi is a name you have probably heard. Bela Lugosi, or Bela Ferenc Deso Blasco, is most famous for his role as Dracula in the 1931 big screen adaptation of the Bram Stoker novel. Today we'll be talking about Bela's life and movie repertoire and how he still influences the horror cinema to this day. I'm the Pink Reaper and I discuss horror movies and concepts, often with a historic aspect. Don't forget to subscribe for more content and click the bell to get notified for my next video. Early life. Bela was born on the 20th of October 1882 in Lugos, Hungary, historically Transylvania, as the youngest of 4 children. His father was listed as baker on his birth certificate, which was later crossed out and changed into banker. It is still not sure whether this was changed to correct a mistake or to hide a humble past. Lugosi dropped out of school at the age of 12 and started his acting career a few years after. Over the years, he worked on his craft and joined the Budapest-based National Theatre of Hungary as a supporting actor, though he would later claim to be a leading man. Though his career got interrupted when he was required to join the military during World War I, he became an infantry lieutenant and obtained a medal for his service. Though he would soon continue his acting career, and in 1917 he got acquainted with movies, the first one being a Hungarian silent film called Az Ezredis, which translates to The Colonel. Bela, who went by the stage name Aristide Olt, either played a small role or the lead, and sources do not seem to agree on this, plus the film got lost shortly after its initial screening. He made 12 films in Hungary before having to flee to Germany with his first wife Ilona Schmick, due to left-wing political activity, organizing an actors' union. The birth of Bela Lugosi. In Germany, Bela's film career, this time as Bela Lugosi, started to take off. He had small roles in multiple films, including in Der Januskopf, with acclaimed movie director F.W. Murnau. He stayed in Germany for a short while and then moved to the US in 1920. After some good years of typecast Broadway roles and smaller movie roles, he shot to fame when he was cast as Count Dracula in the Broadway adaptation, which ran for 3 years. After which, it was adapted to the big screen by Todd Browning in 1931. The role of Dracula was meant for Lon Chaney, who was already famous as a horror star from his silent roles as the Phantom in The Phantom of the Opera, 1925, and as Quasimodo in The Hunchback of the Notre Dame, 1923. But he unfortunately passed away in August 1930 due to complications from lung cancer. The best next choice was Bela Lugosi, who, as we all know, took the role and made the film as famous as it became, even though critics call the film chaotic. After Dracula. After Bela's rise to stardom, he became infamous as quite the ladies' man. He had a large number of affairs and a total of 5 marriages in his lifetime. His longest marriage was 20 years with Lillian Arch, which also resulted in the birth of Bela Lugosi Jr., though at the end of 1931, Frankenstein came to the big screen. This film made Boris Karloff the new Hollywood horror star, and no one was talking about Bela anymore. There was a friendly rivalry between Karloff and Lugosi, and they starred in some movies together, with Karloff always taking the bigger role and the bigger paycheck. In the years after, Bela mostly repeated the same roles as his accent prevented him from doing much more. And he once said, "I don't know if I should call it a fortune or a curse, but Dracula never ends." Lugosi's declining career is also said to have been caused by his alleged connection to the Hungarian branch of the Russian Communist Party. The news of his link to non-American ideals was enough to put him in the Hollywood blacklist. What is said to have been the final nail in the coffin was his role as the monster in Frankenstein vs. the Wolfman, which he played without any regard to Karloff's earlier portrayal of the role. It became quite known that he had gotten addicted to cognac and morphine. In his final years, he starred in some movies by Hollywood's worst director of all time, Edward D. Wood Jr. On Tuesday, August 16, 1955, Bela Lugosi passed away at 73 from a heart attack in his Hollywood apartment. He died broke and unhappy. His funeral was paid for by Frank Sinatra, and he was buried as the role that haunted him throughout his life, in a Dracula costume.